Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Half a Nice Day podcast with your host Joshua.
And Janine was very aggressive.
It was very aggressive in the beginning, then I decided to calm down.
Okay.
And I did calm down midway.
You're calmed down
which
now.
is a skill that a lot of people need to possess.
Okay, perfect. Because with that calmness, we just wanted to introduce a vlog sort of video that we've done through our
A vlog style podcast recording in a car.
Yes.
That's what is.
That's what it is.
Like comedians in cars getting coffee. This is Janine and Joshua on a road trip from Joshua Tree National Park to Big Sur via Highway 1. Nice. We are in sync, guys. We are in sync. This is very rare moment, so really cherish it.
Yes.
So
This was a Cali trip that we have just been on. We were on our honeymoon, and we're not going to say anything else. Without further ado, we'll cut to it. We are on the road.
we are on the road, guys. I'm driving all the way out here in sunny California.
It's not sunny. It's not. It was sunny, and now it's a little bit gloomy.
We're literally driving into the storm,
Into a rain cloud.
to a rain cloud, but I'm pretty sure it still looks manageable, like nothing to be really freaked out about or upset about. But yeah, guys, we are here in the United States of America.
America.
Yeah.
You're on a honeymoon.
Yeah, a long overdue honeymoon. I mean, we have traveled in between, but those are more of like impromptu trips.
Yeah, we didn't plan those.
This is like the most planned trip of all, I would say. And it's our longest trip together. I mean, very last minute, but thorough planning.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing great so far.
We're doing great. We're making good time.
Are we?
Okay, not today, but the other days, like so just to recap, guys, we landed in the US on the 28th of October. And I previously had
18th. It's not even the 28th.
Oh, yes, sorry, 18th. Yeah, 18th. Yeah.
We've lost track of time.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're on vacation. Like, I don't even know what day it is today. It's
Yeah.
Thursday. Okay. We landed on the 18th. 18th of October. So the main part of the trip is already completed. So back before we actually even got married, there were rumors of this. No, I mean, there were not rumors, but the lineup for this year's When We Were Young was just announced last year, October. So October 2022. And guys, the lineup was bomb. I have to say, like the greatest bands that I've been following and listening to for like the longest time, like 20 years maybe,
Yeah.
were playing. Like, just a quick glimpse of it. Like, we had Green Day, who closed out the whole show. Blink 182.
Blink 180.
Blink 182.
Those are the
3 Seconds to Mars, according to Janine.
Those are the two frontliners. So Blink and Green Day. And then you have
Frontliners, well, they're nurses.
what is it called?
Headliners. Guys, shout out to them during the COVID times. They really stuck out and made sure that we were safe.
I swear my head is not functioning anymore.
Yeah.
Try going around in time in reverse. Does that make sense? In reverse, yes. Because now it is 9 p.m. in Dubai. And
Yeah.
here it's literally 10 a.m.
Yeah, I think you're still struggling with the time zone change
Yeah.
and everything. I think I'm like
I think you got
sorted
that
out a little bit. Yeah.
I'm in trouble. Like, yeah. There's some days when I'm like,
I should be.
we almost
Almost missed an exit. Yikes. Okay.
You're gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah, we are about to die right there, but hopefully
Yeah,
no
but
police.
I'm in trouble with this whole like
Shift
jet
in
lag
zone.
thing, shift in time
Yeah.
zone.
So quickly backtracking, our flight getting from Dubai to Las Vegas was
almost 20 hours.
Yeah, and it was, guys,
The first leg of it, I would say, like from Dubai to Heathrow, because we had to stop in London. That was fine.
yeah,
Because we were on Emirates.
shout out to Emirates. Like the first good Emirates flight I've ever had.
Stop.
Yeah.
You've had good ones as well.
This was
Probably
pretty
the
good.
best one you've had.
Best on it.
The flight was not full. We had an empty chair right next to us, which had one of those like
Extended leg room.
extended leg room that doesn't have like a chair in front of it. So Josh got to like seat on it for like
Yeah.
30 minutes until the flight attendant was like, if you're gonna sit in there.
You have to pay like $100.
So he moved again. But anyway, the seats were not full. We had good entertainment.
Yes.
We were able to rest. Food was okay. Flight was not bumpy at all. So it was a smooth flight. It was a little bit delayed though. We left the tarmac a little bit late already. And then we also were delayed up in the air upon landing because there was a traffic with
Yeah, flight control said
different
there
flights.
was not an available runway for us to land so far, so we had to slow down a little bit.
We're going around for like about 20 minutes up in the air before landing. So we landed and it was late. We were supposed to have a 2-hour layover in Heathrow, but it turned out to be almost like just a little over an hour.
No, I think little less than an hour, actually.
Something like that.
'Cause we were running.
Yeah, we had to run and we had to get some coffee because at that point it was already
She needed her coffee. I was.
It was
still okay.
already early morning in Dubai at that time, right?
Yeah.
No, sorry, late at night in Dubai, but we had to be awake for the flight because as soon as we landed in Vegas, it was going to be nighttime, so we had to sleep, had to sync our time. Anyway, we got into Heathrow, we were delayed, so we were already running, and we almost missed our flight. We were literally the last 2 people to get inside the
Yeah.
gate before they literally shut down the gate. And I had to go for a quick pee at that time, and then I just saw Josh, and he was just like doing a motion of like, "Come,
Gotta hurry up.
hurry up!" So we got in. We got into our flight. It was a Virgin Atlantic flight. It was bad.
It was so packed.
The flight was packed with people who were actually also gonna. Most of them were also there to see When We Were Young festival.
Yeah, had you noticed them because they were like the skinniest jeans ever, like which shouldn't be fitting them.
A lot of the women had colored hair.
Colored hair, band T-shirts. So we knew like, okay, this is an emo crowd.
Yeah, and some of the people were already talking about, the bands that they were excited to see.
Yeah.
There was this dude next to me. Goodness, he was sneezing and coughing the whole time, and he wasn't even discreet about it. Like, when you're polite and you cough, like
You're like, excuse
try to
me,
cough
or
into
you do the
your
vampire
elbow, or you try to like cover your face when you sneeze or cover your nose. But this guy was just full on like spreading his virus everywhere and bacteria everywhere.
And he went to the worst part, and the most disgusting part for me was he removed his shoes, which I guess is okay because like your feet and everything swell up. But he removed his shoes and he didn't put it on when he used the toilet.
Yeah,
So he literally went into the toilet barefoot
Yeah.
with his socks on.
Socks, yeah.
And still, yeah, and another worst part is that he continued drinking as much as he wanted to.
Yeah, he was drinking the.
And he was on the window seat, and then he just kept like annoying us to like, I need to use the toilet, I need to use the toilet. I'm like, calm down, man. Calm down on your alcohol, bro.
Yeah, I guess that's how it is, right? Some people are just I guess that's how they sleep.
Yes.
So the whole flight, I was trying my best to just look at Josh so that my back was sort of towards him, and facing him, so that I can try and avoid his virus and bacteria. So far so good because I'm okay. Before the flight, though, a couple of days before flying, like I wasn't feeling okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna get the flu, so I was really trying my best to sleep enough, drink my vitamins, vitamin C, zinc, all of that, and I was able to get through it. So
You're a trooper.
I was a trooper. All's well. We get into Vegas. It was nighttime. It was about 7 p.m. And the sweetest Airbnb host that we had, her name is Vanara, but she wanted us to call her Rose. She asked if we wanted to be picked up from the airport. And so she did. Picked us up from the airport, brought us into the Airbnb. Lovely, lovely Airbnb.
Very nice.
Cozy, nice house. It was in a gated community in the west area.
And not too far from the strip. Like
It was about
maybe
15 minutes
15
drive,
minutes, yeah.
12 to 15 minute drive towards the strip without traffic. For those who live in Vegas, they know how the traffic within the strip area.
And it was worse than usual because of the preparation for the F1. Yeah.
There was a lot of construction around, so there was some sites that we couldn't see from the road, like the Bellagio fountain. We had to go around the hotel, walk a little bit further away just to see that. But it was also cool to see the whole F1 thing.
Yeah, the whole prep work, because like other than having it in a circuit or a racetrack, this race actually happens on the roads and on the strip of Vegas.
Yeah.
So it's somewhat similar to what happens in like Singapore as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And and like all the merch stores are just flaunting F1 merchandise.
Yeah.
But like only
All
like
the
the teams
billboards.
of Red Bull and McLaren
Yeah.
and Ferrari as well. But you couldn't see like Haas, which is a US team, or any other teams. Yeah, but
Ferrari, Scuderia Ferrari, a lot of that.
yeah.
How was Vegas for you? Did you like Vegas?
Vegas is, like I told this to Janine as well previously, but Vegas was okay for us. Of course, I'm comparing it to Dubai as every Dubaian would. And Janine and I, we're not party goers. We don't gamble. We're not like high into the
Drinker.
into like the party scene, drinking scene. So it was okay for us. Of course, there's like a lot of luxury stores. It was quite expensive. I didn't consider Vegas to be the highlight of my trip, but the festival in itself was, oh man, like
Yeah.
there are times I almost cried. So
Yeah, you did. You were tearing up a little bit. Oh, look, cows. I was distracted. That was ridiculous. We're still driving along the highway it's called I-10 West.
yeah, we're heading west.
that's-
Westbound.
Yeah. The festival, gosh, I have no words. It was just like nostalgia galore.
So for all the listeners listening, everyone, I'm pretty sure like 90% of our friends and maybe even people listening to the podcast did go through like an emo phase.
Yeah.
And when I say emo phase, it's like your MSN Messenger status was like, I miss you. And then, like, this is the time when you pestered your parents to get you Converse or Vans. You
Yeah.
maybe wore really tight jeans or too loose jeans. Oversized shirt. Yeah, punk
for all
rock
those
thing.
girls, like the skater boy.
Simple Plan. My parents still never got me.
Yeah.
Here by myself. My friends are really not my friends. No one really understands me. That kind of phase.
Yeah.
That all. It didn't hit me until I saw Simple Plan.
Really?
Because Simple Plan was like, I'm just a kid was like my anthem growing up. Like one of my main anthems. Like, oh, I'm just a kid, man. No one gets my life. And then, but everything else, like seeing like Sum 41, which one of my all-time favorite bands. We saw Newfound Glory, which
We saw Good Charlotte, guys.
Good Charlotte, yeah.
Good Charlotte is like one of the bands that I was just like crushing over. And it was so, so cool to see them live. I posted a story saying, which song was it? It was
Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous.
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. I remember seeing the video on MTV.
That's an iconic music video.
And I'm like, drooling over the twins. And I'm like, I felt like a rock star. I felt like, wow, I'm so cool listening to all of,
Yeah.
these rock bands. And I felt like not a lot of people would listen to Good Charlotte, but actually a lot of people would listen to Good Charlotte. I just felt like, oh, I'm such a cool girl, such a punk rock girl. And it brought
punk
back
rock princess, like
rock
fishnets,
princess,
black mini
exactly.
skirt, that hair and that rawr
and
kind of stuff. But
more.
unfortunately, they were not in their prime anymore. Like Like you could see it, and he also came out saying, "Oh, we haven't performed together as a band in 5 years," and that translated on stage. But still, like nevertheless, just seeing them all together, playing songs that you grew up with on your like iPod Nano or something
Yeah, I was telling Josh that during the concert. I'm like, they played well for a band who hasn't played
together in
together
5
in 5 years.
Yeah.
So that was great. But because they were within a lineup of really great bands and bands that were truly in sync, like Offspring,
Yellow Card
So
was
for
really,
what
really good.
Yellow
Sum
Card,
41.
All Time Low, like
Yeah.
the music, and then of course Blink 182, Green Day. The music was just perfection. Like Travis Barker on the drums, and then you could hear like the lead guitar, you could hear everything in harmony.
Yeah.
Good Charlotte, like they did well, but there were some
They did well. Like,
times,
and
and I was just like, what's happening?
yeah.
All Time Low though,
Oh,
Dear
man.
Maria, the intro, he made a mistake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if I could insert it here. He made a mistake during the intro, and then he looked back at his bandmates, and he was like, whatever. And then he did well on the second.
Okay, but All Time Low had the best surprise of the day
Yes.
because they brought out the punk rock princess herself,
They-
Avril Lavigne.
They brought out Avril Lavigne and Josh.
And-
Josh and I, like when they brought out Avril Lavigne, we were just looking at each other. We were just like, is that Avril? And then everyone started screaming.
No, I couldn't see first, but I heard the voice, and I'm like, this is Avril Lavigne's voice. I don't know which singer they brought on stage,
Yeah.
but the voice is like, this is for sure Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Then they put her on the screen
Yeah.
because she sang a part of their song. I can't remember which song she sang it, and then they did the whole like first verse and bridge and chorus of Skater Boy and Guys. Like
So
that
good.
brought me back to like me sitting in my bedroom, having these earphones, which like no like some kaka band, which had a mic on it for some reason as well.
Josh has the biggest crush on Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
So to him, it was just like, wow,
Yeah,
that was so good.
it was the phase of me wearing neckties with t-shirts.
Yeah.
Because she brought out the whole like tank top with the with a necktie. Yeah, but I think Good Charlotte started that actually, or even some 41, because even Derek used to wear. But man, guys, like seriously, it's
There were a lot of like surprise, like coming out. How do I say it? Bring in, like
Yeah.
for example, Yellow Card. They brought out Hey Monday's Cassidy Pope. If you guys remember Hey Monday.
Goldfinger brought out Tony Hawk.
Yes, but we didn't see.
Yeah,
There was also like a skate area where Tony Hawk was there. We couldn't make it because
Yeah,
we
the
were like
bird-
going through
they're
different stages to see like the bands. We couldn't even see Bowling for Soup. Josh wanted to see them, but they were at the same time as Blink, right?
yeah, and that Pick My
So-
Battle.
Yeah. Even Simple Plan was at the same time of 30 Seconds to Mars. So I literally saw like the last part of their last song, and I just saw a glimpse of Jared Leto. It was nice.
That was nice. He was in a crop top, which I felt was.
He was wearing a crop top, but then I saw a picture and he was wearing a shirt underneath. So it was
Oh, okay.
truly exposing
Crop
his abs.
shirt. Okay.
His abs. Yeah. I would say it could have been handled better from the beginning, where the entrance and the ticket scanning was happening.
Yeah, because it took us like more than an
and a
hour.
half.
Yeah, to get in.
In queue, in line, and there were people almost passing out because of the heat. We're from Dubai.
Yeah.
We're okay.
So for very first quick observation I had about people in US, they won't be able to handle Dubai heat immediately because it was a normal day for us. Like I thought the weather was amazing. It was nice and sunny, bright. But there were like literally people not fainting, but like had to sit down on the concrete because they were like, I think having a heat stroke. There were people like getting out fans and fanning them, throwing water at them because like I think they were like really overheating. And for me, I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm breaking a sweat a little bit, but not to this point. So I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I think we as Dubaians have acclimatized to the
The
desert weather well, which was just not quite regular for a lot of people because a lot of people did fly in from a lot of places. So I think when they came to Vegas and they have the desert heat of Nevada, they were like, okay, yeah, I got.
Like there was a couple that we met there from New York, for example.
Oh yeah.
So
They were like, "Can you do anything about the sun?" They said, right?
So that, yeah, if only they would have managed it better. I think that was the only criticism that I got. Everything else was quite flawless. Like, there were a lot of food stations around. They had like a free hydration station where you could just bring your bottle and like hydrate yourself. People were quite polite. Like in other concerts, I would say like people try to like get into each other's spaces and not leave any personal space for anyone. But here, because the concert grounds it was massive.
I think the final count of people, it was, you know how many?
You know,
Around 75,000.
yeah,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
that much, really.
And that was over the course of one day, and it's a 2-day festival. Yeah, I have to double check, but I'll put I'll put like, what is that, air quote? Not air quotes, the asterisks, and if there's
I think that's
anything wrong. No, I think it was that many. Have you seen the drone footage of the festival?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe I
Yeah.
can check.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people though, but it didn't feel like it when we were, especially on the bigger stage, like the green and pink stage, where the headliners are.
The headliners are the bigger names. The other stages, like the Ghost stage and what is it, Stripe stage,
Yes,
was
a little bit like
little bit.
except
Yeah.
for Simple Plan when they were.
Yeah, that was unfair to them.
But yeah, like people were quite respectful of your personal space.
Exactly, and like I one thing I noticed, like if there was a tall guy in the front, he would turn around like, "I'm really sorry, guys. I'm trying to crouch a little bit. I hope you can still see." So like there was still nice. There was no one with like massive signs, like which were blocking people in the back
Yeah,
as well. So
yeah, that's right.
yeah,
And Americans they're polite and nice and they greet you and they say good morning so far. I mean, we're in California. Maybe it'll differ if you go to New York or somewhere. But so far in California, like,
like if you pass someone and you're like, "Good morning" or
yeah,
"A great day."
yeah. Like earlier, Josh and I were struggling at the gasoline station because we couldn't figure out how to like pump our own gas. Again, we're from Dubai. We don't do that in Dubai. We're so spoiled.
So we're literally like looking at it like we're trying to solve a math equation in the middle of a gas pump.
It took us like 3 times to go back to the cashier.
Like, can you
Tell-
turn it on?
That we've paid for it. Can you please switch it on so that we can pump gas?
Yeah.
And they're like, it's on. It's waiting for you. And so the third time, Josh went in because the first 2 times it was me. Then Josh went in, and then there was this other guy who was coming out at the
Such a
same
nice
time.
guy.
And he's like, no, don't worry. You know, that happens most of the time.
Yeah.
It's their fault. And then Josh started saying, oh, you know, it's my first time pumping gas into.
And he's like, I can't let you do it alone. Come and he's like, do you need help? I'm like, yeah, please, if you could, if you have like a minute. He's like, yeah, man, of course. Then he
Then he came in and he just lifted it up and,
then he
like,
showed us literally like, so you push it in, you tilt it a little bit, you can keep it on lock so you don't have to stand there the whole time. Such a nice guy. Then he asked us where we're from, and he's like, I would love to go to Dubai. And
yes.
he was a very nice guy altogether. Like he like waved at us even when the moment he got in the car.
Yeah.
So it was quite nice. So like I haven't had a negative experience with Americans as of yet. I don't wanna
So far,
jinx it, but
so far it's nice. Like I'm sure like we've encountered some rude people along the way, not here yet, but elsewhere, and it's not there yet. So
yeah.
it's a nice trip so far. We're super thankful, super blessed. Right now we're headed towards Solvang, which is like
Like a European.
it's like Little Europe, sort of
the
Dutch
yeah.
place that is situated in California, closer to the beach area. We're gonna be reaching there in about 3 hours and 20 minutes, according to the map. So it's a long way to go, but we'll record again a little bit later.
Yeah, we have so many things to talk to you guys, but I think we should wrap it up because Janine, we're recording on a phone and
Yeah,
we don't want to waste all our storage because we have so many sites to still see. And we just got back from the Grand Canyon though. We went to the Comedy Store, saw my favorite comedians, Bobby Lee, Andrew Santino. So there's lots of things to talk about, but we'll save it for another time. And yeah, I think this is our first podcast, which we're taking on the road.
yeah,
So there's gonna we're gonna treat this like as a podcast / vlog. with a lot of like B-rolls in it, a lot of like footage from what we saw. Yeah, so this is an exciting episode, guys. I'm handing this episode to Janine to edit as well, so she has a lot of work to do, coming from an ex-vlogger. But yeah, guys, we'll see you in the next part. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Half a Nice Day podcast with your host, Joshua.
And Janine.
And I know we haven't been recording in quite a while. We've been doing a lot of traveling lately, as you can see. We didn't post a lot because main thing, I think the first thing that we need to address is the whole Israel-Palestine. I think this is the first war or something that is really being published online, and it's all like on social media and everything. So there were some scholars actually who said that World War III would be fought on the internet. So it seems like this might be the case. So this is what's currently happening. But all in all, free Palestine.
Definitely free Palestine. Yeah. I have a lot of thoughts on this, and Josh knows about this, and those who follow me on my personal account know about how I feel about this whole thing. I mean, even before this whole thing.
I know you've been
today.
really every time you hear about this discussion or this topic, you get really shaken up, and I can see why, and I can see that, and it's not just you; it's like a lot of other people, especially the people who live in this region. But
It's tough because you just want to say to everyone, I told you so, that Palestinians are really being oppressed because everyone's like, not too sure about that. And now it's really visible, and now people are hearing about it, seeing about it, learning about it even more, which is great in one hand because the voice of help, the voice of reasoning, the voice of support for Palestinians have been much more loud,
more vocalized,
more put out there. People are being more educated. People are forcing themselves to be educated. However, on the other hand, that's the more that it gets publicized, it means the worse it's getting. And the last count is there are almost 12,000 Palestinians being killed. It's almost been 2 months since the first attack happened.
Yeah, it's almost
October
2 months
7th.
now, yeah.
And we're currently experiencing a 4-day pause, I would say.
Yeah.
No one is going to call it ceasefire because ceasefire means enough is enough. We stop, but that's not the case. And they're just putting a pause for 4 days. I don't know which day are we on right now. First, second, probably second day.
No, today's the first. Friday. It started on Friday. So today's Friday.
And for those who have no opinion about it, if I can I just want to say, read up, form your opinion about it, learn more about it. If there's any time that you want to exercise your influence, now's the time. Speak up for people who are being oppressed, speak up for the truth. It would be nice to hear more about your voice at this point. Not only when times are dandy and fun. So that's one, because it's been very, very difficult to... I mean, what do you do during these times?
Hope for the best.
I've seen a lot of posts about this that people are saying it feels like we're in this dystopian world era that we're living in, where you're on TikTok and one video or post you see is literally a person dying or a child decapitated, and then you swipe onto the next and there's a person dancing.
I was just gonna say that, and it's such a weird time. I have to agree. Like there's, like we're in the UAE and there's something happening which is like what 2 or 3 hours away, and
Very close to us. Yes,
it's so weird, and we have to act like nothing is happening on a day-to-day basis. We still go to work. We still do our day-to-day activities. it's quite weird, like these things are just supposed to happen, I guess, and then everyone just says, oh, life goes on and everything. But when there's the lives of people at stake, especially when it's young children who have nothing to do with the whole situation, while the top people are making decisions, calling all the shots, and at the end of the day, who suffers? It's the regular people. But like the highly influential people are just sitting there behind their desks, behind their screens. And then there are people who have no access to basic needs like water, food. That's also being stopped from getting to the right people as well. But a lot of people have been stepping up on their social media, on their Instagram, on their TikToks, showing not only one side of what's happening, but the other side. And it's really opening up a lot of eyes as well. And like Janine said, it's the influencers, sort of people who really need to be talking about this. Yeah, despite them, I mean, they're the last people who I would like get information out of, but with a following that they have amassed, like so many people, then I think it's the right way to go. But it's a sad thing. Janine and I are just everyday people. These are just our opinions, and this is what we think. And yeah,
this is what I believe in, and we'll probably have some followers who'll think otherwise. Each person is entitled to their own opinion. Living in the Middle East, you get exposed to a lot more, like we're closer to reality than other people, I would say. And I really felt that when we were in the States. I felt like, and I might offend some people, but
say it.
A lot of Americans are just clueless about what's happening outside of their own
You heard
country.
it here first, guys. You heard it here. Have a nice day special.
first.
Janine
It's not a
Janine
first.
is voicing out her opinions.
It's not a first.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that way, and I have nothing against Americans. We were just saying in the video, we were listening to what we were talking about during our drive. There were a lot of Americans who were very kind to us.
See,
very
my
polite to us.
I agree with that. Americans are genuinely nice people. Like we didn't face any sort of problems when we were there. When we asked for help, we got it. When we asked for some favors, we got it as well. But they still have this mindset that everything in the Middle East is this anti-Muslim, sort of Islamophobic sort of mindset that they have, and that everyone who lives in this side of the world are like evil people or want to kill each other, backward thinking. But in the end of the day, it's like, yeah, they might have a good heart and everything, but their mindset and what they were raised, especially, but I can't blame them as well, like, especially whatever happened because of 9/11 and all those things. So, like, that was a major day for the whole the whole country of America. So that dictated their whole mindset. Like, something like that happened here, then for sure a lot of people would be hating that said country, that wherever it happened. So
I
whoever
agree,
took
and
the
I
attack.
also disagree because there's the internet. You want to learn more about what's happening out there, educate yourself. Sometimes it's just about what you want to know. Do you want to widen your horizon? Do you want to learn more about other culture? Yes, no. They're probably brought up that there's nothing outside of America because America is the greatest country of all, and you live here, you grow up here, you die here. We don't care about anything else. So most of them would probably have that mentality, but then you get people who are actually getting out of the country, traveling, learning more, educating themselves. There are a lot of activists in the States right now who are actively participating in trying to widen the voice of Palestinians, but they probably haven't stepped foot in Palestine or maybe even in an Arab country. But it was their choice to get educated and learn more about what's happening.
It is
Look at
everyone's
both
choice.
sides of the story and form an opinion. So
And fact check, that's the most important thing, because there's a lot of false news that is currently being circulated as well. So just keep a mindful eye whenever you watch anything online or hear anything online or see anything online. But just makes just so you know that there's a lot of information being thrown out. Sometimes it's false, so just be careful of what you
Consume.
and what you throw out again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we have a lot to say. I'm pretty sure we can do like 5 whole episodes about that whole discussion and whatever we seen and whatever we heard. I personally know Palestinians who have family in Palestine who are like suffering,
Mm.
and even death as well. So
For them to be going through this and not able to do anything physically must be super tough on them. And seeing the land of their grandparents, their parents, land that they probably have been on, maybe not as well, be shattered into pieces. I don't know what to
I
feel
cannot,
if one day that happened to Philippines or Lebanon. I mean, what we can do really, and to add to what you said earlier, that we're expected to just go by our day. Every time I wake up, I try not to think of it that way. I try to say, I get to work today so that at least I can give something back. Because we're the ones who are able to and they're not. So I really believe it's our duty for those who can to actually step up and help, be the voice, donate if you can, give something if you can, in any way, shape, or form. Again, if you don't have money, there are plenty of ways. Here in the UAE, there are a lot of organizations who are donating food, whatever they can, packing them all together and then sending them off. Now the question is, when will they get in is another thing, but for you to at least give something in any way that you can, that's what I try to be grateful for and look forward to. Because if I continue just thinking about how crazy is the definition of the world that we're living in right now, where we get to sit here and talk about our opinions and speak about things that are currently happening elsewhere in the comfort of our homes, while other people are literally dying, is just mind-blowing to me. But I'm grateful for, and even more grateful for, the life that I have, for the life that we have, and the house that we live in, and the things that we eat, and gives you a different perspective on things.
True.
Yeah. For this little boy that we have here. Oh,
He was asleep.
he was asleep and I think I woke him up. That was Maxie, for those who are not looking at the video or
Yeah.
viewing us through YouTube. Anyway, I just had to get that off of my chest. That's
Well said, though.
It's very
well
heavy.
Said.
It's very heavy. So what are you thankful for? It's Thanksgiving yesterday. We also celebrated our 1-year civil wedding anniversary. So many things to celebrate. Like, I feel like every month there's something that we're celebrating. Either that's our engagement anniversary or 1-year anniversary of being together as a boyfriend, girlfriend, and now there's a civil wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Soon enough, it's going to be the real wedding anniversary. Max's birthday. Max's adoption day.
Since we don't know his real birthday. I'm thankful for a lot of things, though, but yeah, it's just hard to celebrate in the midst of everything. Like, we also just got back from a vacation, and again, it was also very hard
From
to...
our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very hard to really enjoy to its full extent, knowing what was going on in the world, but...
Yeah, we were very, very close to saying, you know what, should we not go through
No,
this?
but I already put a down deposit on
Yeah.
so many things.
It was just a very
Million
expensive
things.
trip, and we're like, you know what, let's go. Let's be grateful for everything that we're doing, and it's have this experience.
Yeah.
Will I ever see myself living there again?
Though living there, no, never. I don't see us being anywhere in the West. I'm telling you, Asia's the place to be right now.
Yeah, Josh is like, nah, to the
Yeah.
West.
It was a good experience. I would do say it is a place which is home to a lot of things. It's definitely the entertainment capital of the world, the whole United States as it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely a land of opportunity as well.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that firsthand in New York. And it has, my experience of US is also, it has everything that you need in a single country. So if you want nature,
Yeah.
it's also there. If you want city life, it's there. If you want like a gambling party place, it's also there. If you want the hustle and bustle of a city, it's there. If you want hiking, you want nature trails, you want waterfalls, you want snow, you want lakes, you want extreme heat, you want extreme cold, all there in one single place. So yes, it is like a one-stop shop sort of destination. It's a great chance for you to see that side of the world as well. So yeah, I have nothing against it, but I just don't see myself living there for two reasons as well. One is the tipping culture. It's a total joke. And second thing, no bidets. So yeah. The
How many
two-
bidets did we bring in
We
this
bought
trip?
two. I bought two off of Amazon. You can use promo code HAND to just get it off there with 20% off, I wish.
Please don't use hand
Um,
because there's no promo code hand.
And the tipping culture is just out of this world for me. It still baffles me every time I think of it.
I think it baffles us because we did not grow up in a country that actually has that system.
No, I see. I think tipping
We
is...
tip when the service is amazing.
Yeah, is really outstanding. Then
Look, I tip most of the time. We tip most of the time.
no, I don't tip when there's a service charge.
Okay, fine, that's you. Most of the time, personally, I tip, okay? Whether that's a service that I do at a salon, a restaurant that I go to.
There's some places where I will definitely tip, like my barber, the guy who fixes my car at a small time garage, those sort of things. Restaurants, I don't know because I don't know if the tips go to the waiters or if it just goes to the staff. But restaurants, I still don't know. I don't know how it works. So if I see a service charge, I'm fine. If it's a guy who's like, I'm honking at a cafeteria and he comes out and helps me, then I also help him out and I give him something in return. But if I'm sitting in the Atlantis or something like that, then, which is like once in like 5 years or
Mhm.
something, where we will dine somewhere that exquisite. But
Once in 5 years, that's a lie.
mm,
You bring me to nice places.
I've never taken you to Atlantis.
Okay, but Atlantis is not just the nice place in Dubai.
I'm just saying that level of restaurantier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But getting a coffee, first of all, paying $4, $5 for an Americano, then they flip that screen, and then you see the minimum tip on that screen. I mean, you can of course customize it and modify it, but the minimum
But
showing
isn't
is
it
18.
embarrassing
What?
when they flip that screen and you're like trying to scramble to say either no tip or you want to customize the tip to less than 18%. You just want to do 5, 10% or whatever it is. And then at the end of it all, you have to put in a signature as well. Because, well, if you're tipping, they would need to get your signature to say this person actually
Authorized this
authorized
payment, yeah.
the payment. But
I don't
just
know, man. They
find
should be
it-
ashamed of themselves even asking sometimes.
Okay, that's a little bit too extreme. I don't think they should be ashamed of themselves. I just think that getting a coffee and then asking for a minimum of 18% tip is just a little bit ridiculous.
You're telling me that? Can you imagine? No, that's shameful.
Yeah.
Pressing a button,
Yeah.
adding hot water to whatever button they pressed,
Mm.
serving it to me. Oh, that's hard work, guys.
Yeah.
You took a minute of my time, and I
We s-
deserve to be compensated a little
We
bit
say
extra.
that because we're coming from here, right? But they have a different world that they live in.
That's the thing. It's just what's that word that I'm looking for? It's the how highly they think of themselves, I guess. What is that word?
Entitled?
How entitled they are. Just calm down, man. Seriously, get a I'm gonna go on a rant again, but get a real job if you expect to get paid that much money, you
Yeah,
know?
but that's the thing. They can't get a real job because it's so difficult to get
That's
a
the
job.
thing. So I'm okay, at the end of the day, I don't wanna blame the staff that
Why is
work
your
there.
hand sweating?
No, because I'm genuinely pissed. No, but at the end of the day, it's not their fault. I understand that. It's the
Right.
companies who cannot pay a fair wage to their employees and they're living off of tips.
Right.
So yeah, it's the greed, I guess, again of people when it comes to, you know what, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and so yeah, it is the weird system of it, I guess. But again, the work, I have so much to talk about the 5-day work week, the 9 to 5 working hours. It's just so outdated. It's very outdated. And yeah, I don't know who will listen to this, if it's gonna be like someone in the
What's wrong with it? Let's talk about it.
what?
What's wrong about the 9 to 5?
No, I'll tell you what's wrong with it. This the whole concept of working 9 to 5 5-day work week is so outdated. It was actually invented, or it was developed in the 1920s, I guess, when there was the economic boom in America, where there was like factory work, all
Mhm.
those kinds of work, and now work has improved so much. The productivity rate has improved so much that people can finish their work in less time, in lesser within lesser days as well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of countries have been actually developing and working on a project of the 4-day work week, and it has also increased productivity up to 80%.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's very outdated. Like, you tell me realistically, I hope our bosses don't hear this though, but how much work do you think, how long do you think it'll take to finish your day-to-day work? You think you use the whole 9 hours, 8 hours in a day to finish a day-to-day job?
No, I know that I can finish it in a shorter time.
6 hours, maybe 5-6 hours.
But then the time that you don't use working, you meet people, right? You go on meetings, you network, you socialize, you talk about how do you improve things, you talk about
No, but that's all.
strategizing about the future.
That's all included in your work. When you speak to them, you talk about work. You don't tell them, oh, you know, on this weekend I saw Russell Peters in the Coca-Cola Arena, and then you speak to them about an
That's
hour.
you, though. You have a different definition of work because my work includes socializing with people as
But
well.
socializing for work relatedly. No, it's not like, hey, my husband and I were organizing what?
Is that seen?
It's just that you're wearing something underneath, right?
I am, but
Yeah.
sorry, guys. I'm just
Wardrobe malfunction.
wardrobe malfunction.
Janet Jackson.
I hope that
Wardrobe
wasn't too much
malfunction.
for our audience. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yes. So
Socializing for work purposes. What do you mean?
no, but you're
What's the difference?
they're socializing like, oh, you know, me and my husband were organizing a dinner night, games night at our house. You should come over.
Uh-huh.
And you're talking about that during work hours. But you will find someone in the elevator, walk to them to their desk, talk to them for like another 30 minutes and on something work related. That's still work related. It's not something that is socializing it's not socializing in the sense of socializing.
I don't get it.
You're still talking about work, right? So that's work. It's not being social. It's still being you're still talking.
But that's included in my hours. Speaking to someone,
exactly. But
It
that's
can
still work.
be-
So you can still consider that as part of your work.
mm-hmm.
It's not considered as, but you can honestly essentially finish everything that you can 6 hours, right?
Yes and no, because I work in a retail space and you see me working after work hours as well.
Exactly.
Because retail never stops.
Exactly, but I still think it's very outdated.
Yeah, I think
if you could
I think that's applicable to a lot of jobs, but it's also not applicable to a lot of jobs. Because again, retail. From what to what time are our malls open in this country?
that is true. That is
Yeah.
like that's different. That's like
Yeah,
customer
but then,
facing.
like
I have to
a-
stand here.
Like a a computer scientist, a programming person, can clock in and clock out and whenever she wants.
Yeah.
You know,
That is true.
a person who does, I don't know, personal assisting, then
Yeah,
would
that's around the
only-
clock
Yeah,
sort of jobs. But I'm just saying, like, if imagine you, okay, like I'm saying, I work a 9 to 5,
right.
9 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say some miracle, the UAE government says, you know what? I mean, it's already there in Sharjah.
Yeah.
4-day work week. You have to work 9 to 3. Let's say 6 hours. Then you'll definitely be more efficient at your job, right? You won't like hanky panky around, it's like scroll on your social media, go chat with the receptionist and ask about her day. Then you'll be like more in tune with whatever you have to do so you can leave work at exactly 3.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, I have 9 to 6 and then I have like 4 hours in the day where I don't have to do anything. That's when I'll just like sit around, scroll social media, do whatever I can instead of doing any work and then essentially leaving for the day. But I'm just saying it'll definitely be more productive, more efficient.
Yeah.
Because even in my last company, people were saying like, oh, you're still here at 7 or 8 p.m. You think that the management is going to be like, wow, look at this guy. He's our hardest worker in the company. He's here before everyone else and he's still here after everyone else leaves. People, and then you yourself, me, myself thinking, okay, I'm definitely going to get the recognition I deserve. No, it backfires and they say, oh, this guy's not productive at all. There are people who come in at 8, people who leave at 5. And he's the only one who's here before and after that, so he's definitely not efficient.
Well, that's two different things.
I know,
Right?
right? So
You have your 96 that people stick to that timeline and do.
No, but if it becomes repetitive, like Joshua's been like this. He's been at work every day this week for 12 hours. We see nothing has changed. He's just sitting there. I don't know what he's doing. I don't see any changes in his reports or in his productivity. He's just wasting time there, like doing nothing. And it doesn't look good at the end of the day. But I'm just saying if it was like compressed into a shorter time, fewer days a week, then we really have the luxury to recover. Like sometimes a 2-day weekend is not enough for a lot of people to just relax and unwind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree on some points that you said, but I also don't agree on some of the points.
if you were given the choice of a 4-day work week, you wouldn't take it?
Of course I will take it.
That's my point. That's right. I rest my case.
I'm not saying that everything that you said is wrong. There are a lot of truths to it, but I'm saying it's not applicable for a lot of other workers as
that's
well.
100%. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about desk job sort
Yeah.
of people,
Yeah.
customer service sort of people, call center work sort of people as well.
Yeah, you'd probably have to have more shifts because you need to cover a longer span of time, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but
There are always ways of being more efficient, and that's why
exactly.
there are so much more, technology and tools that we're working to be more efficient because everyone wants to be more
That's the thing.
efficient.
AI is the new future. Generative AI.
Yeah, there's a lot more things that
Automating all your processes.
make our stuff easier
Exactly.
than before.
Exactly. That's why the whole concept of this 5-day work week was started with factory work, where it was like, I need to complete this car. So I'm going to put on this pipe. I'm going to put on this transmission, this sort of thing. Okay, it's exactly 6. Fire that whistle and that horn and then everyone goes home. But now there's a car can get built within minutes. So I'm just saying, like, productivity, technology, everything has really changed so drastically that whatever work that we were doing like 100 years ago, right now can be done within a couple of minutes. So I'm just baffled as to why we still have to follow that same pattern or that same routine that was there like 100 years ago till today, especially when they say, productivity has risen so much. We have this like 1,000 times more output than we had 100 years ago. So I don't know. I just think it's so outdated and needs to be revised. That's why there are countries like Japan. There's a few European countries also doing this.
I wouldn't follow Japan without.
No, it's not Japan. No, I don't think it's Japan. I don't know why I said
If there's
Japan.
anyone who has the worst work-life balance,
it's Japan.
probably Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are these things now in
Maybe you
Japan.
can shave off a couple of hours in a day, but I do understand the concept of like having everyone sort of in the same time.
No, then what you're thinking about is flexi work.
Like,
So it's like let's say having the luxury of working from home
Mhm.
whenever you can,
Mm.
whenever you want to.
Mhm.
Deciding on your own hours as well.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I understand why there is a concept of having a 9 to 6 where everyone comes in at the same time almost and goes out at the same time. So then you can sync all your calendars up and say, "Hi, can we meet at
Exactly.
this time?"
Okay. Yeah.
and
That
this
that
time,
that,
you
that
know?
is true. That is true.
And there are bounds of where you can start work and end work, and when it's acceptable to email someone or request for something and put a typical deadline and all that.
Yeah.
There needs to be a frame. We're people. We need a guideline.
Yeah.
That's how humans work, right?
Yeah.
But I do understand your point that that at this day and age there are a lot more efficiency to how we do things. So yes, do I agree to shaving off an hour or two maybe in a day? Yeah, why not?
Nice. Then we agreed on that part.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, I agree. It's a good practice that everyone has. Like
Yeah.
everyone has a routine, so I know when I'm going to see you in the office, when
Mhm.
I'm allowed to message you, when I'm not allowed to message you.
Right.
So yes, I agree on that lines.
Yeah.
Since
Because
we have that similar timetable.
Right. Because if it was just all flexi work, then what is your boundary to say I'm not working? Don't contact me.
No, then you have an out of office.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's that. But then I already sent the email before the out of office
Mm.
auto reply came in. You know what I mean?
No, you can still see.
If you're not in the same network.
Yeah, if you're not in the same company, then you
Yeah.
cannot. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there needs to be a framework.
Yeah, that I agree
Yeah.
with. That I agree with. But I think that
I'm just being
working
the
5
devil's
days a week?
advocate here because
Yeah.
I'm sure people are gonna be like,
Correct.
"But this, about that,"
correct,
you
correct,
know.
correct. But yeah,
So,
but 2
yeah.
days off when you can rest and recover. No, I don't think.
Yeah, a
that's enough.
3-day work, a 3-day
3-day
weekend would be lovely.
It would be the best. Like guys, I'm not.
But then that means
Productivity, mental health, family, economy will do better because then you have more time to go shopping and then it pours money back into the economy.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying those are my thought processes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
But does that mean that they're also gonna shave off some cash flow
No.
into those who are
It has
not
to-
working?
No.
Because some
Salary,
people
wages, everything
are
has to remain the
being-
same.
Yeah, but some people are only getting money from the days that you work, right? Okay, outside of 9 to 5.
Yeah, so increase the salaries.
Increase
not
the
change it.
salaries.
Do not change it.
Okay.
And see the difference. See the difference. I'm telling you.
Joshua
Wait,
for
okay, wait.
president.
How many people in a week would approach you and like, hey, how are you? I'm like, oh, I'm really tired. How many?
There are some.
Like 99.99% of people, right?
What is this? Germs. It cleans out 99.9%.
I'm just saying, like, imagine like when I come to work, how are you feeling? Oh, I'm great. I had the perfect 3-day weekend. I was rested, spent time with my family, did
Mhm.
whatever I could do on my
Mhm.
passion projects, my hobbies.
Right.
Fully energized to conquer this week. Guys, get ready to really reach this week's profit and make all our managers happy. And everyone's like, whoa, yeah.
I would love this Joshua in my
See?
office.
No. And I was just like, good morning.
No, but
I
that's
need
true.
my
Whenever we have
coffee.
like a long weekend, everyone's like, wow, I'm energized. I'm ready to go.
No one I've ever heard has said that. No one. Even I could be off for a year and I wouldn't come to work and say, yeah, energized
No,
to conquer whatever.
to be honest, after that 2.5 week honeymoon break we had, I was quite excited to get back.
Yes,
to the
I think
office.
we're two different kinds of people. You're ready to hit the ground running and get whatever work out of the way. For me, I'm just counting the days till salary and
Okay.
yeah, I just hope our boss is
I
not
hope
here.
Tracy's not listening to this. Well, if my boss is listening to this, I'm gonna get a raise. Now we're just two different people.
Yeah,
You know,
two different people.
I'm someone who enjoys my job, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
I enjoy my job.
You do enjoy. You,
I do.
You love your team as well. Yeah.
I really enjoy my job.
But if you were given a choice in life to not work forever and
Oh,
still
yeah.
get the same salary,
Oh,
you
yeah.
would do it.
Oh yeah.
But I'm the type of person who's like, I'm gonna be bored.
No, I would.
I can't not have something to do. You know, it
Yeah.
can be outside of a job. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, there could, because I think it's
Doing
part
this full
of
time.
my mind, how it
Yeah.
works, that I want to try so many things. And right now I feel constrained by,
Mm.
like I said, my 9 to 6.
Right.
And again, on the weekend, I don't have much time because we have things that we have to do as well
Yeah.
during the weekend.
Yeah.
So I think with more free time, I'll be like, you know what? I can finally pursue my F1 passion and get in a race car, drive for Red Bull. Or I could be like, you know
You
what?
think you could be the next Max Verstappen?
I think I am already the next Max Verstappen. I just
You
needed.
know how young they start, right? And how old you are right now?
Well, I got my driving license at exactly 18.
They start way younger than 18. Driving their carts.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't think your
When did
body
Warren-
can hold the G.
When did
I don't think.
you don't
your-
think my body can handle the G?
No. The G
Maybe
force.
it was built for the G. My
Uh,
body.
I don't think so.
My body was
you know,
specifically
when you're gonna
designed.
get inside the cart, you'd be like, you're stuck. Trying to get in.
If anything, I'd slip right in.
Uh-huh.
Slip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just think like, just put me behind the car
Mm.
and
Behind, yeah.
no, changing the tires. Put me in the car.
Not even. Just behind the car. Just as far away as possible from a car.
Speaking of which, it's F1 weekend in Abu Dhabi this week, and apparently it's gonna rain crazy tonight. So let's see how everyone does in qualifying tomorrow.
Yeah, but when qualifying happens, it's way past the rain. It's done. It's gonna be like, yeah,
Yeah,
dry.
yeah.
A lot of people are flying in. Our boutiques are getting ready in Abu Dhabi because we know that some good sales are coming in because a lot of people are gonna, we're
Yeah.
preparing with our nice watches because
It's a very big weekend. Like I was saying, I think it's COP 28.
yeah, COP28.
It's F1.
Mhm.
It's There's something else happening.
Mm.
There was one more thing.
I'm quite sad that
Sheikh Zayed Road is gonna be closed one of these days for the Dubai run
oh yeah, Dubai Run is happening as well. A lot of things are happening.
this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next weekend is going to be UAE National
UAE National Day.
Yeah.
What
Just,
year?
Caesar-
It's not the year of tolerance anymore, right? They're done with that.
That was last year. Year of
No, it
Tolerance.
was the 50th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sustainability, I think, is this year. I think so because of COP28.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
Are we really from? Are we living in the UAE for all our lives?
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Been here 30 plus years, man.
Mm.
I love this country.
That's a great country.
Yeah. Mm.
Except for one company that I've been facing a problem with here, which I definitely want to talk about, and I'm gonna
You
stick.
really
the-
want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'll make it very
Okay.
quick though, because it really made my blood boil.
Okay.
So just to give a quick summary to everyone, this is something that I've been really angry with. I'm definitely going to make a reel about this and post it on my social media and tag them
Okay, calm down.
and post it on stories and ask everyone I know to post this on their story.
No one's gonna do it.
No, first of all, guys, the one thing that I hate most in life, is being scammed. And this is exactly what happened to me. By a pathetic company here called Indoor Plants DXP. That's their Instagram handle, and I think they go
Shout
by
out.
what is the company name? Well Potted Plants LLC. So I'll tell you the story, guys. I'll make it very quick though, but it's just like right now I just want to go into the gym and punch someone.
He's really.
I bought
agitated.
plants on September 5. Within 10 minutes of buying it, I canceled it. Told them I don't want it. It was a mistake. Please cancel it. They replied on WhatsApp saying it's canceled. Story closed. I asked them how many days refund would it take because I already took it from my credit card. They said 14 to 21 days. Like, okay, cool. We're in the States, and I messaged them, hey, it's already 21 days. What's the status? Oh, they said, we raised the complaint and a report to the credit card company. It will be sent to you in 30 days. I'm like, another 30 days? What's wrong with you guys? Please send it to me ASAP. You already confirmed it's canceled. I didn't get it. That's it. 30 days come by. I message them again. No one's replying at this point. They're telling me, oh yes, we have it in stock. I'm like, what is in stock? I don't care about anything in stock. Just give me my refund. I just want my money back. And then they don't reply, then I call. I called quite a few times. I think on my 5th call, a Pinay picks up. Shout out to this ate who is so unhelpful, by the way. You're going to be seeing this and you're going to be so upset at yourself. She says, oh, in our system, I gave her the order number. She's like, oh, in our system, it already shows delivered. And I'm like, delivered? I never got this item. Where is it? And then she's like, okay, let me just check with my manager and I'll call you back. And then after that, I tried calling back. The number's constantly busy. I tried from my other phone. It's constantly busy. And I realized, oh, what? They blocked me. And then Janine comes home from work that day, which is like maybe a week or so ago.
Yeah.
And the plants was delivered to the house after 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months. This is September 5. I placed the order. I think I received the plants on October 13. And now I am fuming. I'm like, why did you deliver it to me? Why did you deliver it to me? I don't want it. You said it's canceled in the system. You said that the refund's already in process. You said that you already raised a report to the credit card company. And they delivered the plans. This time, I'm pissed. Janine sees this as well. Like, it's very hard to piss me off, guys. But seriously, when people get scammed, especially if it's me who's in the passenger seat of the scam, oh man. And
You're just speaking for 5 minutes straight.
just ranting. Okay, and then after this, I'll tell you what happens. And I message them, why did you deliver it? Please give me my refund. And then the audacity, they send me a message. I'm going to put the screenshots here also when I edit it. They spam me the same message. We already delivered the plant. You're laughing right now. If you want a refund, return the plant back to us. And they send the same message, copy pasted. I'm not kidding, 100 times. 100 times, guys. And this time I was going to punch my phone until it becomes like a, I don't know, until it becomes like a stone or something, because I was just going to punch it into the ground. And then ask them, okay, you know what? I'll return the plant. Give me your location. They didn't give me a location and they stopped replying to me. And now the whole world is going to be seeing this reel. And this company is going to feel so bad that they messed with me, that they're going to give me my refund. And I'm going to burn those plants down. I'm saying, so this is how it affect me. Like, I thought of every small thing. I already did all my research. I know where they are. I know who the supplier is. I've already approached the authorities. And I'm going to go to this supplier's place, pour vinegar on all their plants. Because apparently vinegar kills plants very fast. And they'll be without any plants. And this company will go downhill. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to cut that part out. But I'm just so pissed. Guys, and if you see this reel, comment on Well Potted Plants DXB that they're a fraud and they're messing with the wrong person, guys. And the most baffling thing is that who I'm so upset is that Filipino girl. Because Filipinos are the nicest people in the world, and we're gonna maybe end with that story about how Filipinos are very nice in general. And this one is the worst Filipino I've ever dealt with. She lied to me in front of my face. I'm gonna get her name. Trust me, I'm gonna get her name because I already know where they are based. And yeah, so guys, help a brother out. Help me out.
If you're still here and listening to us, thank you. You didn't have to listen to that whole rant from Josh. He just can't let go of the situation.
I cannot let go.
And I know, Josh. I know if there's something that is bothering him, he will not even sleep because of it.
I've been awake.
This really got under his skin.
And she's like, let it go. For me, guys, it's not about the money. The money is besides the point. It's only 360.
Okay,
One
tell
dirhams.
everyone how much it
It's
is.
361 dirhams. I will spend 50,000, no, 100,000 to make sure that this company does not live another day. Just because of the way they treated me, the way that they've dealt with this whole situation, promising me that the refund's already in process, that's not there. No, 361 dirhams, I don't care about. Like, I know it's a big amount of money, but at this point, guys, it's not about the money. It's just about my sweet revenge that I want.
About.
It's just
Your
about
sweet
that
revenge.
sweet revenge that I'm gonna get.
You're gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give you guys an update.
Sure.
And we're all going to use that 361 dirhams, and I'm gonna buy the whole UAE drinks, so we celebrate.
361.
I don't even drink anymore.
361. You're gonna buy everyone
361.
drinks.
I'm gonna buy the world.
You're gonna buy the world
And
with 361 dirhams.
just to throw it in their faces.
Okay, sure. On that note,
No, wait. I want to talk about the Filipino guy in the airport, because I'm saying, like, Filipino people are the nicest people in the world.
what
And
was
this is
his
a
name
shout
again?
out to Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh, of course you remember
Of
the name.
course, I remember that name. So-
Jenny is the sweetest.
So this
Person
this
ever.
confirms our theory. I don't know which episode we talked about this, but we say that if you're in a foreign country
Mm-hmm.
and you meet a fellow Filipino and they work there,
A fellow Filipino, yes.
yes, they're gonna give you world-class treatment. And this is exactly what we experienced in JFK Airport.
Yeah.
We were buying chocolates. Janine, first of all, gets ripped off, buys such an expensive chocolate.
It's not being ripped off.
I would say ripped off. First of
It
all,
was
we
okay.
spent like 10 minutes just waiting for someone to come because it was like a self-service kind
Enough
of
of
thing.
that. Just let's talk
Yeah,
about Jenny,
Yeah.
please.
But then we
okay?
go to the like another store, and we're buying chocolates.
We
and-
see this sign, first of all, it says 50% off. And we're like, oh, okay, let's check it out. We go in, and then there was this gay man going through, ruffling some stuff. And we're like, oh, what's the discount? And then he sort of explained to us where this 50%
and he's
off.
busy rummaging
Yeah,
for stuff. Like he's always like, you know what, like, because he's the only one at the store.
Yeah.
So of course, and there was like two other customers. So I understand it might be overwhelming for him to do
Yeah.
all the activities that he's supposed to do whenever there's multiple customers inside the shop.
And then he looks at us, and
You say.
then I notice his accent, and I'm like, oh, Filipino po kayo? And then he shoots a look at me,
Guys lights up like the rainbow.
and he's like, huh? Filipino ka? And I was like, opo. He's like, oh, you guys don't look like Filipinos. And then we had to say that we're both half Filipinos, and he was ecstatic. Like, so happy that
Like
he
he
met
won the lottery.
fellow Filipinos. And he was like, I'm going to give you guys extra discounts, and I'm going to give you free pouches. And he gave us like the best service ever, and
It
like
wa- and
free stuff.
The funniest part was he's at the register putting everything down. Then he's like, see the amount? And I'm like, yeah. Then he does this code or something. It's
Yeah.
a discount. And becomes literally less than half.
Yeah.
Yeah. More.
He gave us a 70% discount on
And
some of
then-
the things. Yeah.
Then he was like, we literally paid, like, I can't remember. Like, I think whatever we paid in the previous store, the same amount. And we got like
Okay, not same amount,
10
but yeah.
times more.
We got a lot of things.
And he was like, you know what? I've been saving these pouches for someone, and you guys are here. I'm going to give them to you. And
Bless him.
he was so nice to us, and he still made like small talk. We exchanged some details, like how long he's been in the States.
Yeah.
And he said that he misses home, which is,
And where
I'm sure,
he's
is like,
from. And
He was
Josh
just
gave us
bananas, yeah.
gave him some stickers of "Have a nice day,"
yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, let's take a picture all together." So
Yeah, we took a picture.
and he said, "Add me up on Facebook," so I did, and now we message each other.
Yeah, Facebook friends.
And if ever you're listening to this, Jenny,
we
we
really
miss you.
appreciate you.
and we really appreciate how hospitable you are to us.
Yeah. Which
And
confirms our theory, Janine and I theory.
May
Yeah.
that serve as a reminder to all Filipinos, wherever you are, to treat each and every one of us as...
Not just one of us. Treat everyone nicely.
That's what I mean. Like every one of your,
I thought we
your
said
kabayan.
each one
and-
of us.
yeah.
Yeah. Except that
nicely.
girl at Indoor Plant.
Yeah, exactly. This is a reminder for her as
Yeah.
well to be nice, because
Yeah.
Filipinos are known to be nice, except for the 1%
Plant ladies.
ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's our episode, guys. Really appreciate all the support. Sorry that we haven't been posting. Actually, a lot of people have been messaging us asking what the next episode is, and
thank
here you
you for
guys go.
asking. Thank you for caring about us. We
Yeah.
just needed a break.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's good to be back, though. I really miss this.
And on that note,
Have
a nice day. We love you guys.
We like you as a friend. Bye.